Right, we are back, and today we have got a super classic, which is the Fairline Phantom 40. And I cannot believe that we haven't done one of these, Dan. Can you?
Not for a while, have we?
Well, I tell you why we haven't.
We had one.
We haven't had one. Because they're so popular that people sell them to their mates down the pub stroke yacht club before they even get to us. Anyway, we've taken this one in part exchange against something, a bigger Phantom, I think. Phantom 46. Dan knows what he's doing. And so we're going to give you a full tour of this boat, as usual, with all the costs, the insurance, the finance, all the little niggly bits that you'd like to know. So let's get to work. Okay, so the Fairline Phantom 40 came out in 2001 and ran to 2009. It replaced the very successful Fairline Phantom 38. But if you come on board, Dan, the boat was built before the popularity of the high-low platforms, and this one's now got like a flexi teak finish, which I think looks quite nice. If you come into the cockpit, and we'll just walk you through the cockpit and some design cues. In you come, son. Now, Dan, the first thing you'll notice is I haven't got any trendy socks on today.
Thank God.
So what I'm going to do, for the
Oh,
first time,
no.
I'm going to go barefoot, son. God, they woof. They woof.
Subscriber's going to go down.
They woof. Okay, so cockpit is quite compact, but remember this boat is only 40 feet. It's still got the original white seats, which were popular at the time, with the blue piping. If you don't like these, we can change all these for a few £1,000s. Little rope blockers, a little bit of rope in it. But actually what I really want to show you is the stairs to the Flybridge, which were really before their time. Before now, quite a lot of the stairs were kind of in GRP, or they had stainless ladders. This one here has what we call the floating wooden steps, which I really like. Okay, so let's go to the Flybridge before we do the saloon. Are these lovely teak steps. And Dan's told me to take the VHF out because it's making some noises. Which, because I'm such a moron, I can't do it. Right, done it. Right, so we've got some lovely seating around here. This table has a cushion on as well, Dan. And you've got radar and track vision. Now, I wouldn't bother with the track vision, would you? You've got a full bimini. That's the TV aerial, VHF aerials. And that's the searchlight, which no one ever uses. Then if we just walk here, we've got a little barbecue, which is actually the same size as the barbecues on the bigger boats. And we've got some lighting here, and we've got a fridge at the end. Now, thank God, it hasn't got an ice maker. We've got some further seating here. This turns into a sunbed like this, son. And then to my port, you've got the lovely dashboard, which has got great visibility. And at the moment, we're doing 17 knots in the stern. Can you see that? I quite like these controllers, actually, because they're really easy to use. We've got a bow thruster. I thought it said a stern thruster, Dan.
It has.
Where is it then?
Well, that's bow and
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see it. The steering wheel was in the way. And normally the dashboards go on these boats, but I think this one's been done. It's got like a carbon fibre effect, which is quite nice. So I think it's quite a nice size Flybridge for 40 foot, don't you? Even with my smelly feet. So let's go down to the saloon. Okay, so come into the saloon. And what I love about this particular boat, it's nearly all original. The only thing that isn't original that I can see, Dan, is the TV, because that is a whopper of a TV. And we never used to fit TVs that big, but actually I think it's fine. But notice all the curves on the tables. This is eucalyptus. This is cherry wood gloss. Now, it would have been darker when it was new, a bit more probably that colour. But the sun over the years does slightly bleach it. But look, the headline's in good condition. You've got this lovely grab rail. See the grab rail, Dan? It's handy for when you're at sea, son. And the carpet, I mean, that was the exact same carpet that we used to fit as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's original too. The floor's been sanded down here, but I think they've done a great job. It looks really good. We've got the lower helm there, which I'll do in a second with the trip switches. And this Avonite, I mean, it just looks like brand new. Now, this isn't a generator-powered boat. It's got gas. So if you were keeping it for a few years, that might be worth investing in. And then we can put an electric hob in there and an electric cooker here, because this is gas too. Oh, it's still got the distractions on it. Baking tray. This boat has got heating because it's been used in the UK. But here, look at the feeling of space. You know, 40-foot boat. You've got a pretty nice cutlery drawer here, yeah. We've got remote controls. And there's a little surprise, which I'm going to show you, Dan, but you've got to get that side to show you. So what do you think the surprise is, son?
Storage in your floor.
Well, actually there is. So we'll show everybody that. If I get my fat fingers in. So you get quite a lot of food and drink in there. But actually, the little surprise is this step lifts here and gives you another big area for food, groceries, suitcases, and what have you. And, you know, Fairline have always been the kings of storage and making the boat practical for you to use. And, you know, whether you buy a boat from 2004, which this is the 2004 Phantom 40, or you buy one of their latest Targa 40s, which we now sell 2024, the detailing and the usefulness of the space is used to the max. And that's what you're paying for. Right, over lower helm, son.
What are you doing?
I'm holding the blind up because the blind doesn't work properly.
Okay.
So hurry up, yeah? Anyway, we're going to show you the shout window. I can't get my head through that. By the way, that's the seat. Whatever you're thinking, all right? I can't get my head out. Oi, get the fenders in! It passes, but it's not the biggest shout window I've ever seen. But the dashboard is flawless. Look at the condition of this Raymarine, Dan. This was made before you were born, son. And it's still, look, it looks like brand new. The steering wheel looks like brand new as well. You know why?
Because it is.
Because it is. It's brand new. And we've got our thrusters here, we've got our controllers, VHF, we've got a spare VHF. The owner of this boat was very fastidious, because to have two VHFs is very good. All the switches here, all the gauges here, black dashboard, a little bit boxier than some of the newer boats we now do. Map reading light with the map light there. There's a little red light here. Look at this, Dan. That's a red light compared to the white one. So that at night you just have that red one glowing on your map or your navigation charts. And actually there's quite a lot of room here. We've got the old-fashioned keys, you know, port and starboard. It all works really well. And at the end here, you've got all the switches. So all the gauges. And, you know, it's funny, we've gone full circle on this stuff. You know, this is how it used to be, never goes wrong. Then it went to Microsoft Windows in about 2010, and then we went back to all this kind of stuff again, so it all works. Oh, before we go forward, I just forgot a couple of things. The first thing is these two little seats slide across here, so you can all sit around here and have dinner. I reckon you get, what do you reckon, 6? Mm-hmm, yeah. There's storage here, there's fusion in here, and there's a lovely curtain across this door. But Dan, come look at the door. I just want to show you the door. I know you've seen the door, but I just want to show them the door. Look at all the beautiful stainless. And bear in mind, this is, what is this?
20 years old.
20 years old, 2004. It's 20 years old. It still looks like new. Right, come down, Dan, through the galley. Now, this boat is a 2-cabin, 2-heads boat. So this is the master, which is at the bow. And the lovely cherry cabinetry continues. I don't like the blue, I'll be honest to you.
You can change it.
We can change it. This blue went out with the Ark, I'll be honest. I think we'd go for a lighter colour, ivory or something. We can change that, and that's on here as well. But that does show you that that was the original, colours, because most people have changed those by now. But you can see the condition it's in. It's in excellent condition. You've got little trinket holder here. Dave, have you seen this? You can just get your little finger in it. I always love that. Look, it's kind of green velvet lined. Curtains, which I'd probably change as well. The portholes are fantastic. Reading lights, brilliant. Mattress, great. Wardrobe here. Have a little look in there, Dan. Nice little wardrobe. And TV, obviously that's much newer. But you know what? It smells nice, doesn't it? And if you come right in, Dan, we've got a, so look, we have got a little ensuite here. Which, test. Let's see if the floss test works. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, we've got some shower gel. Let's have a look. Sun-kissed raspberry, son. Only £1. Included in the deal. As is this. Right, floss. Right, we've got a towel here. Let's try that. Pass. Between the legs. Oh, acres. Acres. I love these little light switches. They never ever go wrong. Look, just so simple. I know they're not the flashiest. This can go wrong. This can get jammed, especially if you've got a big belly like me, and you've got a little cupboard here for your toiletries. And these kind of sinks have kind of gone out of fashion and come back a bit, haven't they? Do you think? Yeah, because I think this looks great still, and it's a really good size. Remember, this is the ensuite one. There's another one. Okay, so we're now going into the guest cabin. So walk in here, and for some reason we've got the electrics down, but they just close up. Twin beds here. It's got the same blue velour, which I would change immediately, but the carpet's in good shape. Now I'm going to just show you a little trick. Another little trick. So I'm going to shut this door, right? Right. Okay. And there I come out that door, son.
Should have been a magician.
Magician. The fat magician. Okay, and then we've got the what we call the Dayheads with the Jack and Jill door into bedroom 2. It's a pretty much similar size to the other one. Again, it's in really good condition. I was just saying to Dan off camera, this boat is absolutely out of the box, isn't it? You should have this for you and your kids, son.
They wouldn't appreciate it.
Wouldn't they? Don't you reckon? I reckon they would, son. I mean, it's nice. Look at the floor. I mean, it's shiny. I wouldn't normally take my socks off. That's how clean it is. Okay, so a few of you have said that I don't show enough engine rooms. That's because they bore me, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, we're going to show you the engine room on this one. It's got twin Volvo 63Ps with 555 hours, which is very good for the age. And it's also with lazarette. So we open up this big hatch here. And there's the lazarette. And then Dan, if you just pass me the camera, I'll quickly whiz it round to show you the engines, which are very boring, but in very good shape. There you go. There's an exhaust. There's some checker plate. There's another exhaust. It's all very boring. There's an outboard bracket there for a tender, so you can keep it in there. But it's all in really good order. Okay, so before we start the maths, if you're enjoying this channel, then please press subscribe. We hit 30,000 subscribers the other day, which is really good because we did that elegance tour, didn't we, with the 76, which went nuts, didn't it? 210,000.
And we sold it.
Oh, and we sold it actually. Thank you very much, subscribers, because we put the we put that boat on video, and that sold very, very quickly. So maybe it will happen with this too, because we're selling this too, aren't we, at 179,950 with warranty. Anyway, if you enjoy it, press the subscribe button. So let's go into section 1, buying the boat. The boat price is 179,950 UK VAT paid. Now, some people have said to me, can I do it in dollars? Can't you just change it into dollars? I don't know what the exchange rate is. It changes all the time, but I'm going to keep it in pounds because that's what we use to go down the pub, don't we, Dan? Deposit, 30%, £53,985. We're putting this on the screen for you. The finance advance, if you wanted to borrow the money, would be 125,965. which would give you a payment of about £1,650 per month. And that's based on a 10-year straight line repayment at 10.4% APR with no balloons, no residuals. It's just a straight repayment. So at the end of it, you own the boat and there's no other money due. The finance per annum is therefore £19,775, but that does include a lot of your capital outlay. Section 2 is fuel. So we do 20 knots in all our fuel stats, don't we, Dan? Fuel burn is approximately 80 litres per hour for both engines. Diesel fuel price is £1.54 per litre, £1.54 per litre. Cost per hour is then £123 per hour for both engines at 20 knots. Average use of 50 hours per year, with a bit adjusted for pottering in and out of the marina, is about £5,500 per year, which isn't too bad. Okay, so Dan's just told me this boat is called Blue Max because of this blue kettle. That's what you said, isn't it?
Well, that's what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Blue Max.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
but
got a
that's
blue kettle.
yeah, but that's a blue kettle. So why isn't it not called Blue Kettle?
Because the kettle is blue.
I can see that.
Yeah, and the boat's called Blue Max, but they don't make a Blue Max kettle, do they?
Oh.
So that's why it's blue.
Okay, you've totally lost me, son.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to do section 3, fixed costs. Berthing in the UK is about £8,500 per annum. Servicing, well, we've got no outdrives or IPS drives. We've just got twin diesels with shaft drive, which is my favourite. And that means the servicing comes down to £2,500 a year. Maintenance, that's polishing anti-foul anodes, hoods, all the things that fly off toilets that always tend to break, mainly because of operator fault, I must say, is about £3,000 per year. Insurance, very reasonable, £2,000. And that gives you a total fixed cost of £16,000. Section 4 is variable costs. So, depreciation, I don't think this is going to lose a lot, Dan. So I've put depreciation, I can't even speak, depreciation in at £10,000 per annum. Fuel, we've done that's £5,500. Finance, we've done that at £19,775. So your total variable cost at £35,275. It's a bit sunny around here. It's also quite warm because you might notice I'm sweating a bit. It's about 20, was it 24? Mm-hmm. Which for England is red hot. It's like being in Mallorca. Right. JB's measure of pleasure. Accommodation. Well, 2 cabins, 2 heads. I love it. 8 out of 10. Style. We'll show you an outside clip. I think it's pretty timeless and dateless, don't you? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 for style. Fun. Well, you can have loads of parties. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it is comfortable. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Running costs. Well, they're low. They're low for a boat this big. It feels a big boat. So 9 out of 10 for running. Quality, well, it's a Fairline. And Fairlines are built like brick houses. So quality, 9 out of 10, which gives a total score of 42 out of 50, which is 84%, which is very, very high. Now, before I go, as I said to you earlier, this boat is on our website and it is for sale. And we love part exchanges. We also have, at our HQ here, we've got 12 acres full of boats like this for sale, and we're open, sadly, we're open, because we have to do it, don't we, Dan? 7 days a week. But all the boats are on our website, boats.co.uk. So if you really want a boat, then you can come and speak to me, or Dan, or Darren, or Carl. But please, 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 don't speak to my old man, because he's nuts.
James.
Yeah.
Now, do you understand why the kettle's blue?
I understand the blue bit.
Okay, so now, before I say any more,
Yeah.
what are the cushions?
They're blue cushions.
And what do they say?
Blue Max.
Okay, so do you understand why it's got a blue kettle because it's called Blue
Yeah,
Max?
but where's the Max? That's a cushion.
Right, we'll turn that other way around. Now, do you understand why it's got
Blue
kettle now?
I haven't got a problem with the blue bit. It's the Max. Where's the Max?
No.
Is he
Look
called?
at the covers. The covers are blue.
Are you blue?
I've got blue eyes.
Blue eyes.